I finished my exam. I'm so happy that is over. Hi, I am so happy because I have finally finished my exams. If you watched my last video, you'd know that I had so many exams in a period of like 2 weeks, and it was just getting just too much. Like the whole thing about exams is just so much for me, but I am just so glad that they are over now. So I was having like a discussion with my friend, and I was like talking to her about why don't people ever talk about how difficult uni actually is? Why don't people talk about like times when they struggle? Like everyone's always posting their highlights and everything, and I just thought to myself, like, it's time for me to do videos about what uni is really like, start answering some of your questions if you are prospect students and just current students as well. So this is the start of me doing a lot more uni related videos. I thought it was a bit rude how I don't get a break in between my exams and term, but anyways, seeing as I'm gonna start term pretty much next week, I thought I'll show you guys like how I prepare for that, how I feel about it, and just like a few tips that I do to kind of give me that kickstart when I start the term. Hopefully it helps you too. So if there is anything that you quite like about you know, the way I prepare or anything like that, feel free to take it. So without further ado, so I'm gonna have a mixture of things that I kind of do. So I'm gonna have like some admin things, like some things that you need to practically do to prepare for semester, like things that I like to do anyway. And then I'm gonna have some like general things that I'm trying to achieve next semester. So the first admin point is just take notes of the modules that you have. Not like take notes when you go lectures and before you even start the module, have a mental note of the modules that you have for the term, because if it's like my course, there may be some differences between the last term and this term, or if you've just started uni, then maybe you don't even know what modules you have. So if you are starting a new term, make sure you know what modules you are doing. You don't want to start the term not having any clue, like, okay, what do I have to do? What's it about? Where am I going? Just have a mental note of what modules you're doing. Okay, so my second admin point is to look at your timetable. Now I know most people have looked at their timetable by now, because a lot of people have been like messaging me saying, have you seen the timetables? They're so bad this term. I can't lie, I did most of my optional modules last term, so this term I don't actually have as many modules, but even still, with the modules I have, I'm looking at my timetable like, so make sure you have an idea of like how many contact sessions you have, and also where they are, like where are you actually going for your lectures, where are you going for your seminars. One, for organisation, but also when it comes to lectures, listen, I'm a person where sometimes I struggle with time management. Lectures is one of those things you just don't want to be late for, because you are walking and everyone's like, and everyone is shifting their head to see why the door opened. So have a mental note of where you're going, all those things. What I like to do is, like, before I go to lectures, download the slides so that I kind of have a mental note of what we'll be learning about. I don't go through the whole thing, like I'm not doing the work before I get there, but I want to at least know what's going to happen. Because for me, I don't know if you're similar, but for me, I like to know what's going to happen before I get there, because I don't want to get there and they're saying, so I posted a case study online that you should have looked at, and I'm like, case study? Because me, I'm not a fast reader. I can't just read on the spot and catch up. I have to actually take my time to do things like that. I need to take my time to like look at things in detail. I can't just, you know, read up on something before. I'm not that way. I have to actually be prepared for things, otherwise I will just have no clue what's going on. So I find by downloading lectures and all of those type of things, it really does help, trust me. The fourth thing that you should do is start planning around your timetable. So before I said have a look at your academic timetable, this point is more to do with like if you're a person that works, or you're a person that does sport, or you're a person that has like other things going, like maybe you have a hobby or anything like that. Now is the time that like I start to kind of plan, okay, when will I do my editing, when will I do my filming, okay, when will I go to this appointment, when will I go to this event, or when will I see my family, or when will I start to think about that stuff from now, because I find that time goes so quick at university. Like now it won't even be the start of term, and then next thing you'll blink, and then when you open your eyes again it's like summer. So honestly, I start to plan things from ahead, because once time starts going, it's actually really hard to stay on top of things. Fifth admin thing to do is to make notes of your deadlines, and if you do have exam dates, then obviously take a note of that too, because another thing that I found was last term I'll just be going through term and then suddenly coursework will just jump out at me and they'll be like, oh yeah, so the deadline's in 3 weeks, yeah, so you should have started your coursework by now. And I'm like, coursework? Like sometimes I don't even know that there's coursework in certain modules. So from this term, I'm gonna take note of what it is that I'll need to do coursework for, what it is that I'll need to do exams for, what it is I need to go to workshops and seminars for. I want to know that from the start so that I don't get any of these surprises that I was getting before. Let me get started with the general stuff. The sixth point that I tend to do before I start the term is I try to restore my sleeping pattern. I'm not gonna lie, since doing exams, my sleeping pattern has been like so, I didn't even know I could sleep that early. I think since A-level, I think A-level was literally the last time I had gone to sleep before 12. Do you know how bad that is? Like that was the last time I had went to sleep before 12, and during exam period I've been like consistently sleeping before 12. And like I'm not saying that every night during term I'm gonna go to sleep before 12. Realistically that probably won't happen, but I want to at least know that I have that sleeping pattern. Like I want to at least be able to see it, even if it's a distant unit, but I want to be able to at least have it in my sight, because like my head is just so much more clearer. I can actually think properly, I can actually do things properly, like I'm functioning properly. I didn't realize how much a lack of sleep was actually affecting me until I started sleeping properly, and I was like, wow. So if you haven't already reset your sleeping pattern, I think now's the time to reset your sleeping pattern. I'm just going to continue with drinking 2 liters of water. I said in my video at the start of the year that I started to like get my water in, because I realized I wasn't really drinking water. So I actually purchased a bottle, a 2 litre, well this is a litre bottle, but I fill it up twice. And I realized like by having a water bottle, I didn't realize how much it would actually like encourage me to drink more, because I find that with like plastic bottles, you'll just drink the plastic bottle and then that's it. Whereas with this, I'm measuring and I actually wasn't a water drinker. If you're a person that doesn't like water, what I did was I started off with diluted. So I used a bit of diluted, filled the rest up with water, and then as time went on I would just use less and less and less of diluted until the point where I was just drinking water. And so by doing that, it actually really helped me to like get more water in. So before starting term, actually during starting term as well, until actually my whole life, I'm just trying to be more disciplined, because if I'm being completely transparent with myself, I don't say that I was the most disciplined person. I think the last time I was in a proper routine was probably sixth form. I think since sixth form, I didn't know what being in a routine was. Like I'd hear people say it and I thought I had a routine, but realistically, like there was no structure in what time I'd wake up. There was no structure in what time I'd sleep. There was no structure in when I would eat. There was no structure in what I was doing that day. Sometimes I'd wake up and I'd just freestyle the day. That was it. I would just wake up and freestyle. You know, it's actually like if you're a performer, yeah, and every single time you have a show, you just get up and you freestyle. Like there's no rehearsal, there's no like preparation for doing what you're actually supposed to do. It's just every single time you're performing, it's freestyle. It's just not healthy, like. And then there was no skills developed. Like you can't even improve because you're waking up and there's no consistency. So you're not even improving, you're just waking up and doing something different every day. So I've realized that like I need to get more disciplined. I think during exams was the first time I actually realized like what having a routine was. I was waking up at a reasonable time. I was actually having breakfast, lunch and dinner. I can't remember the last time I actually had breakfast in the morning. Actually, when I'm at home in London, I do have breakfast, but at uni I don't. But this is like the first time I've been eating breakfast, lunch and dinner. Like I've been actually having a routine. And I can't stress it enough, like the lack of discipline was showing in all areas of my life, and I didn't even realize it until now. But work, like I just work when I felt like it. In my last video, when I was doing my exams, I actually did that video because I wanted to work on discipline, because I only ever vlog when I feel like vlogging. I'm changing that now. I'm actually gonna try and be more consistent, but I would just vlog when I felt like vlogging. And it got to a point where it's just like I wasn't really growing. I was just kind of freestyling, and so I'm gonna try and obviously be more disciplined and like control myself, have a lot more self-control. And the ninth thing is I'm gonna actually like write a list of goals that I want to achieve this term. A lot of people tend to do like New Year's resolutions, like yearly goals, but I tend to find that like the year, sometimes when I look at my memories, like I don't even realize that certain things happened that year because it feels so long ago. So I kind of split things up into like quarters, so like terms almost. So like this term, I write a set of goals, try to achieve them, so that the next term I can do the same thing, and then the next, like it gives me a bigger opportunity to like achieve things, rather than just saying, you know, this year I'm gonna go to the gym, and then what, November, December now I'm trying to get a membership. No, stop that. I'm gonna do things from now. So yeah, I kind of have like a set of goals that I'm trying to achieve, and then actually work towards them. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm going to do. And then the 10th thing that I'm going to aim to do this semester is just have fun. Like I've realized in this life, yeah, everyone's always talking about like pushing towards your goals and, you know, striving for success and being the best, and it's like that's all great, but when am I gonna have fun? Like you know, things like, you know, going on holiday at some point. I mean, not everyone can financially go on a holiday, but even if it's something like, you know, just pampering yourself, like if you're a girl, like maybe doing your hair, nails, like maybe doing like going to the spa, having a facial massage. If you're a guy, maybe you want to get a trim, you know, maybe you want to purchase something that makes you feel good, like, you know, just have fun with it, you know, socialize with your friends, you know, if push yourself as well. You know, when I was talking about goals, it doesn't always have to be like, you know, actual goals like I need to achieve this. I even make some of my goals social related, like, you know, try and make sure that you call some of your friends from back home, like make sure that you go out and this, that, the other, you know, just having that element of fun. And, you know, sometimes you just want to have a mental rest. Sometimes a rest is well deserved. When I finished that 3-hour exam, so I had a 3-hour exam, like a morning 3-hour exam, started at 9, finished at 12. The rest of the day, I'm sorry, I am pampering myself, I'm relaxing, I am giving myself a mental rest. That was my last exam, and I was just happy to be free. I was like, is this what freedom feels? I was just, I am free. Like I was so happy. But yeah, those are my 10 points that I'm trying to do in preparation for semester. I hope that it helps some of you guys and you're going to take some of these, incorporate them into your own life. I hope that this kickstarts your new year, new term. Also, let me know down below if you are a current or prospective student, if you have any like uni related questions, or any like videos that you kind of want me to cover on. Make sure that you like, comment and subscribe. Until next time.